Love and light, you guys. Back at it with another live stream. Guess what? I did not yet bother trying to figure out the tech issue on the lighting, so here we go again. It's okay though, because I still got you on the message, and I promise the message just is what it is. You're either gonna resonate with it or not, right? And we only have two piles tonight, okay? I was only guided to do two. And the way we're going to do things tonight, interestingly enough as well, if I do say so myself, is we're kind of going to integrate it into like one ginormous message at the end, because we can, and so maybe sometimes we should, right? So there's that. So to be clear, if you resonate with pal 1, like high key especially, you're actually going to want to stick around until I swing back around for you, just to kind of drive it home. All right. Irregardless of whether or not on the other side of pile number 2 you resonate. Okay. And so that's how I was asked to do it. I wasn't getting too many cards tonight, you guys. It's very like succinct. I don't want to say cutthroat. I mean, it's so much more loving of an energy than to be considered cutthroat, to be clear. However, on the other side of implementing some aspects of what's being asked of you through tonight's message, you guys, some people might be in them streets trying to call you cutthroat, okay? Because boundaries can have sharp edges. Just saying. Love and light, NSF. Welcome, babe. Much love and light. Definitely good to see you again. So we do have two piles tonight, right? But I definitely was guided to kind of like weave them together at the end. So to be clear, you guys, there's only two piles to sit there, right? And we have fun on these things, so it's okay to just kind of like chat a bit, or let me do some of the talking for a couple of minutes. Just saying, we usually have three piles. So long story short, if you high key resonate with pile number 1, right? Irregardless of whether or not you continue along and also resonate with pile number 2, which could be the case, right? The thing is, the way tonight's message is laid out, okay, as I was intuitively guided, and also I checked, okay, the cards just weren't giving. I mean, they're giving, right? But I couldn't really do like doubles of all aspects of what spirit or your spiritual guidance team wanted to get into tonight. So to be clear, if you feel like, wow, pile number 1 totally resonates, irregardless of whether pile number 2 resonates or not for you, you're still going to want to stick around, because at the end, I kind of drive it home for pile number 1 and 2 simultaneously. It's kind of like magic, you guys, right? I don't know. I feel like I'm all like in my magician energy over here, just cooking stuff up for you, you guys. All right. So I do hope that you make yourselves comfy and hang out for a little bit. It's really not going to be a long session, to be clear, because again, the cards, they're giving, but they weren't, right? Like, it's so cut and dry, just saying, all right? Love and light are when. So, pile number 1, we are going to get into, you guys. It's only been a couple minutes, really, so I do want to give others a chance to get in here. And so I'm just also being guided to kind of get into pile number 1. Really short and sweet, you guys. And I will ring the bell. I'm not gonna make you wait until the end of the end of the end, okay? But bear with me for a couple minutes, and hopefully you get something out of this. All right, this is not for me. I'd have to be talking to folks to break up with them, I suppose, right? And we are talking about breakups tonight, you guys. So whether you're here for pile number 1, um, no Fiona at the moment. There's different schedules and different days, so we don't put any expectations on any one of the moderators. There are a few to be on here, so no worries. Um, but continuing on, okay. Whether you're here for pile number 1 or 2, okay, and I don't really, you know what? Oh, I'm so silly. I did. Oh, I was like, oh no, did I pick out the markers? I didn't think I did, and I did, and they're huge. It's so funny that I like couldn't see them in front of my face. Gosh. Okay. Maybe that's like a synchronicity. Like you just could not see something or someone for who they were in front of your face while they were there. But long story short, whether you're here for pound number 1 or 2, or whether they resonate or not, the situation that we're talking about is you've had to have some sort of breakup, to be clear. All right. So this is not, future love coming in, and their characteristics and all of that jazz. Not tonight, you guys. Really was guided to get into this. And I think I know why. Current energies are really kind of dictating that we get a little bit disciplined, huh? Right? Irregardless of disciplined in what, some of you, it's just really about retraining your stinking thinking, right? Out of the negativity zone and into the positive light, as it were, right? Others, it could be, FDA comes to mind. No, let me, it could be anything really. Okay, so whatever you're being guided into right now, you're definitely being asked to stay the course, right? But continuing to put your best foot forward, I'll say it that way. All right, for those that don't resonate with the word discipline. But on a personal note, your girl does, just saying. Okay, in case anyone cared. Just saying, you guys, it's whoo. Um, but I digress. Pawn number 1, we've got Grilly back for the win. Okay, this is not his first appearance on the panel. And you guys, for those that aren't aware, he's super stretchy and giving like a stress reliever type of vibes. All right, so maybe pawn number 1, this it's I don't know, I'm hearing through the channeling like everything took a toll on you, like took a toll. Maybe somebody talks like that. This is also, connecting to anxiety. I mean, stress relief means, the need for stress relief means obviously there's a measure of anxiousness about you. And pound number 2, okay, I did not yet give this one a name, but my goodness, somebody could have a throat chakra blockage for pound number 2, because woo, that was a zinger. That's interesting. Or somebody doesn't want me to say. You might have somebody with strong energy about you connected to this breakup. Excuse me. I meant to say, you might have someone with strong energy, meaning like in your energy, regarding who you had the breakup with. Hopefully that makes sense. Pound number 2. My goodness. As I look down at the 8 of Cups peeking out like, and. All right, so to be clear, you guys, whether you're here for pound number 1 or not, pile number 2 or not, there's only 2 tonight. Usually we have 3. You have to have a breakup. Okay, so I do see there's a few of us in here. I'm going to be guided to ring the bell, and I've done it. Ta-da! So those that know what that means, proceed accordingly. And for those that maybe don't, it's okay. Everyone has to learn, and they do so by checking that description box below. Scroll down, you guys, for the section that says about the live stream rules, and catch up, would you? All right, I'd be honored to read your cards. All right. So, if you're in here, you're enjoying the vibe. I can't strong arm you to subscribe. I get that. But could you at least hit the like? All right. I mean, it's just a little tappity tap. And most people do a lot more than that when they tap in anyhow. So, or dare I say scrolling. But I digress. I looked down at the Ace of Swords. Spirit said, truth. All right, let's see here, NSF. Oh, hold on now. Dang. Quick draw McGraw. Hold on. The energy is, let me see here. Might be on their mind a lot here, NSF. Just saying. Love and light, Abdullah. Hold on, I gotta find out though. I just had a couple tower moments with the deck, like, ouch, I think. All right. Yes, with the chariot energy coming out of the deck, but at the bottom of the deck being the Six of Cups, it's giving soulmate vibes. All right. This could be like an incoming realization. And maybe this is why you're just milling about rent free in the dome space. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Love and light, Tracy Parker. NSF. So that was your reading. Love and light, you guys. All right, so you guys, we're gonna actually get into tonight's message, but hear me out. I'm gonna break it up like I normally do, and I will again ring the bell, just to give maybe some people who actually do need that time to play catch up instead of me sitting here looking at the screen, right? Like, so there's that. But please don't feel pressured, and of course, I will again ring the bell. No worries. All right. If I did skip over somebody, be nice to me, all right? I don't have any mods on here at the time. Currently, this too shall pass, hopefully. Um, and oh, I love to hear that. I always read your situation well. Thank you so much for the feedback. I appreciate you for that. Thank you. Much love and light. Um, so let's see. What time is it? 11:22. Ooh, reducing down to a 6. Balance, right? Could be some significance to earth sign placements. Doesn't have to be the case for pile number 1. And pile number 1 was the Grilly Gang. All right. Could be some significance to goon energy. Did I literally just cleaned my glasses. Oh, and there's like a little pin dot of like, I don't know. I probably got oil. I just came from the gym and I like oiled myself. And now I'm like oiling my glasses. That's so frustrating. Hey, Fiona, you talked her up, NSF. Fiona, NSF came on and was like, no, Fiona. Like, NSF was all like, unacceptable. I'm like, calm down. No, let me stop. I'm just kind of joking. Not really, Fiona. See, NSF is backing me up. Like, there was a question. Where the heck is Fiona? No, that's pretty cool though. You guys are looking out for each other and loving and lighting each other as you should. I love it. All right. So I recently got this pretty nifty deck. Okay. And it definitely does specialize on breakups and definitely asks you guys to ask yourself some questions here. And not in the sense of like, hey, you messed up, let's talk about it. But in the sense of like, hey, how can we like move on lovingly with acceptance and gratitude, to be clear, right? Because what I'm seeing in the cards here, it's not giving you missed out on any prize, honey, just saying. Okay. So the first card out here for pile number 1 is, are you talking to other people currently? If so, are you seeking a real connection or needing a distraction? And here's the sitch. It's not a question to call your ass out like it might feel like it is, okay? It might feel like it is because you need to be honest about that. Oh, no, let me stop. But you know, it's giving, okay? So what do you want? Okay, because you really should know that about life and damn sure about love. Okay, because otherwise you're just kind of probably accepting crumbs again. We can't have. Where is my buzzer? Somebody's still trying to chew on a crumb, and I'd like to know why. Like, seriously, we don't. Exactly. That just is going to give you a tower moment. Just saying, you guys. Ain't nobody got time to chew on crumbs, all right? But also be mindful, okay, that you're not really just switching one out for the other here, talking about, well, I can't have so-and-so and or don't have so-and-so. And so I've got to have some other so-and-sos, right? It's like, that's also toxic. So please don't be that one, okay? And long story short, even if you gotta be that one, be honest about that, you guys. I feel like that shouldn't need to have to be said, but at the same time, there could be some cross watchers because the energy is also giving, okay? So cross watchers and anyone who can make sense of that, please always make sense of that and do that way. All right, because that's the high vibes way, okay? even if you got to do some dirt. Just say, love and light, Raymond Torres. Um, okay, so what can you be doing now with all the energy you were putting into this person? Pile number one, right? Well, there's food for thought, okay? Because maybe, just maybe, they were taking too much of your energy anyhow, right? Then on top of it, come to find out you were giving it to them, right? On top of what they were taking. So once you start like really kind of letting the smoke fan out here, okay, and get your head in the game a little bit more than moon cycles past, okay, and not allowing the emotional range, okay, I'm getting there are many, right, to kind of trump the whole situation as to like the logic of the matter, right? Like if this person, you know how you guys, they like the old adage is like they're an X for a reason, right? Or like you could even say like it didn't work for a reason, you know? And long story short, hey, people can change. I'm not I would be the last to be like absolutely not, nobody ever changes. Okay, because that's just such a word curse and just such a bad toxic mindset mentality statement go to, right? Um so it's not that. It's just that at the same time, you can't be dismissing red flags or dancing with them, whether standing up or not. Okay, just saying. Because otherwise, what are you signing up for, right? Like, you should know. And that kind of goes back to the previous statement, okay? The last card out here from that deck, do you want closure or just an excuse to talk to them? Interestingly enough, on top of that, the card asks you, and this is a you to you moment, you don't have to out yourself in the comments, just saying, to explain, right? Because here's the sitch, you better know. And it's okay to know. It's not bad to know about yourself. It's not bad to be authentic about whatever and whatever the answers are here for you, collective, right? Those resonating so far with pile number one. Now, in the tarot, okay, we start out at the Ten of Pentacles and lead into the three. I'm sorry, this is definitely not a beginner deck, so I'm just trying to triple check because there's like 4 words per card of like what the hell these cards are. So bear with. And golly, okay, so Ten of Pentacles, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, or not, right? Ten of Pentacles coming out with the Empress. Are you kidding me right now? This is like, do you know your worth? Because you should, because clearly everyone around you does, whether they act like it and or let you in on the matter or not. Do you know? Okay. Because long story short, you want to thank this person for helping you learn the lesson that you are the baddie, whether guy, girl, what have you. Okay, in the most highest vibrational sense of the word baddie. Okay, baddie's really talking about top tier. Like, you know, you walk in a room, heads will have to turn to find out what is the energy, whether they see you or not. Okay, kind of thing. This would be somebody that would be considered like a great catch, you might say. And of course, as you should be coming out the gate in that kind of energy, collective, those resonating with pile one. But I do see that there is this hesitancy to believe that, okay, with the full card coming out in that pesky horizontal situation, okay? Maybe there's some significance to that. It's like, just because, you know, somebody can do it good, don't mean that when they do it to you, it is good. You know what I'm saying? So take that with a grain of salt if you must, pile number one. But seriously, figure that out, okay? Because, you know, breadcrumbs, I'll admit, can come in all shapes and sizes and forms and ages, right? Like, but so what of it? Because a crumb is a crumb is a crumb, right? Okay, so no more of that, okay? Because really, the longer you kind of him and haw, hesitate about, is that really the case? The more you could get bruised, cut up, gosh, worse. All right, with all the conflict coming at you, perhaps the lies and more illusion type of energy with people projecting it onto you purposefully, mind you. Like, yikes, okay? So nobody would want that. That would lead to basically self-imprisonment. And the reason why the Eight of Swords is coming out so selfishly, right, is because at that point, knowing what we've just discussed just in the past 5 minutes, all right, but also knowing what you already know, which is your worth, okay, that would be you doing that to you, babe. And it's given nobody puts baby in the corner, so don't you be doing it just because your name's baby. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's some significance to dirty dancing. There might be because of what I just talked about a few moments ago. But I digress. Okay. A knave is a knave is a knave, chalice or not, right? Hell, wand or not. And so you're talking about your energy out the gate was um 10 of Pentacles and Empress. Is there any room for a knave? Right? I mean, make it make sense. Okay. This is why it's not working here, babe. I almost wanted to say baby again. Maybe somebody's name is baby or nickname baby, or somebody's always like, hey, baby, baby, listen, baby, right? Or maybe there's some iconic reference to that clearly iconic movie, Dirty Dancing. Okay. Um, but the Nine of Swords, okay, with a sidecar, which feels just as big, not really too much of a side, okay, of the Five of Swords. Ain't it, bro, sis, ma'am, sir? Okay. Um, I mean, even when you add all them swords up, it reduces down to the need for change here, okay? With the five energy. And hell, Five of Swords is just not good enough. It's literally the card for conflict out of any tarot deck. All right, whether this is self to self and or more. All right, so the need for balance here about perception. Look at this, from you to you, babe. It's like, stop being so hard on yourself and start like seeing you for who and what you are. Don't sleep on you just because everyone else pretended high key, right? To do that. They just didn't want you to see how you were shining, what you had in you, and it's giving like your stamina at life, at being exuberant, at keeping your light lit, you know? And so you're being guided into this hangman energy. All right. Um, because on the other side, man, on the other side of you going into that cocoon, you're gonna come out, okay, with the sun and the moon. Oh, I love that for you. Okay. This is really talking about the ultimate balance, yes, but also clarity. All right. This is unfuckwitableness. I'm making up words, but they fit, babe. Okay. You need to go on ahead and slide it in that cocoon with the hangman energy. All right. To be clear, energy should not be attached to another body at this moment in time. Okay. All right. Um, the blockage here, the reason why it ain't gonna work is because ain't no way the divine is going to allow this to be another cycle, another go around, another incarnation, another lifetime, if you will. All right. Another chance to do it all over again. It's not healthy, babe. And maybe therein is the aspect of discipline for some of you, some of us from the collective, perhaps. Um, where it's like, okay, you've got to close out the cycle, even with self to self. And what that's like is like, okay, so I'll use me because sharing's caring. It's not a contest, but like back in the day, um, if that boy was bad, I probably had eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? He was probably getting the feels. Okay. It took me on the other side of some horrible demons, like literally. Okay. To really realize, like, no, that's not what I want. Whether, whether the reasoning behind why I ever wanted it was authentic or not, because I do question, aspects of media come to mind. All right. And I definitely grew up a latchkey kid. I was all up into all of those medias. All of the iconic stories. I mean, even like Grease comes to mind. That's before my time, basically, but at the same time, like I did grow up on it, if that makes sense. So Um, I'm kind of like a pretend theater kid. Like I didn't actually go to theater school or camp because I just wasn't afforded the opportunities. But at the same time, my heart was in it, so I did grow up watching a lot of musicals and things like that. Cry Baby is another one that comes to mind. I don't know why I'm like hitting the musical so hard because God knows I watch movies and television as well. Okay, like a lot. Okay. But at the same time, I was just thinking about this earlier today. In fact, I'm like, ain't no way this version of me knowing my worth and adding tax is going to be like, yeah, let me go out with the bad boy. Like, let me just have all of that. No thanks. That's not even a thank you next. That's a thank you no next. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can be so for real, okay? So, take it from someone who knows, like, once you kind of look at it like, okay, so if I do actually keep fucking around, I'm gonna find out, kind of thing, right? Whether it's about a bad girl, a bad boy, or not, right? You get the idea, the sentiment here, okay? So close out the cycle. And really, this ties in with the magic that is you. We didn't get there yet, that's at the end. But really, this is a lesson and a chance for you to, let me just make sure I can show her. Could not at all. My goodness, those are big. Gotta hit those with stickers. So the star card can't show. Yikes. Why are they so big with all that fire, though? That's so crazy. Anyways, and the magician, he's covered, right? Okay, just gotta check. All right. Um, this is really talking about honoring your worth. Not settling. Balancing out your vision in spite of, I'll give you this, collective. There's red flags, right? And then there's like those deep red flags where you're like, I did not see the flag there, let alone waving around. It was on stealth mode, right? There's a lot of illusion energy attached in those instances, and maybe even something a little deeper, okay? Not to sound all doom and gloomy and not to be scary, okay? Because y'all know, all right, I always tell you, I tell anyone who will listen, all right. The weapon may be formed, the magic may be performed, okay, but it shall not prosper. Like, I'm so serious. Not my collective, just saying, okay? So, this is really kind of like a chance towards victory and success at coming home to self, leveling up, you might want to say, ascension, some might also call it, but really just, what you came here part and parcel, at least, to learn while here, okay? And at the soul level, no faking it. You got to get disciplined in continuing out these lessons, you guys, okay? Close out the cycle you're being guided to. I mean, with the Six of Wands on the other side of all of that, I mean, the Six of Wands alone stands quite victoriously. All right, you're being guided into your victory, which is away from the mofo. Just saying. And you want to talk about this mofo? Well, I hit up my specialty deck here, Harsh Reality. First card out, we have three. Maybe there's some significance. Maybe you've been seeing threes. Love and Light Andrea. Oh, who else is in here? I think we got every. Love and Light, you guys. I'm almost done. I'm gonna ring the bell. Okay, hold on one second. So the first card out for pile number one, all right, the mofo, okay, the audacity, all right, the karmic. Okay, so this person is saying, I'm a karmic individual who prefers to feed off of your energy, collective, because it is very high vibrational. Exactly, you guys came out at the 10 of Wands plus the Emperor's leg. Bam! Whether guy, girl, what have you, so serious. All right. The second card out, I have not yet learned the lesson that stands between us from past life history. And so, you know what? You want to talk about soulmates? Fine. There's karmic ones too. Okay. And that's where it can get really tricky. I'll give you that, collective. It's like the pull is there. I've been there. The pull is there. It's like, what the hell is it about, this person? And really, it's the hell about them. That's, you know, and you got to be the one to not ignore that. Okay. Because no one around you necessarily, always and in all ways, is going to be in right and proper position to tell you that. Okay. But also, guess what? You can tap into your intuition and tell you that without need of anyone else. Okay. So no worries, no doom and gloom, but don't act like you don't know. Okay. This is a mofo for real. So, you know, it could be that, you know, maybe you guys have even talked. It's like, oh, ha 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 ha, past life energy, like yada yada yada, right? So what of it? Okay. Because that's just like saying, just because somebody is your parent, just because somebody is your guardian, just because somebody is your flesh and blood, that they get to dot dot dot. Like, no, that's not the way that works. That is not the way that works. Okay. The last card out. I don't have the emotional capacity to have regard for your feelings. I can't remember the last time I checked in with my own feelings. All right. So this person is just not capable, don't want to, can't, won't be, right? All right. And but the great news the whole time, all right, in spite of the ache, in spite of the break, is that this is you walking towards your victory, this whole experience. You know, I'll give you that there are oftentimes lessons learned from karmic energy. Duh. So you guys could have had a whole host of experiences and memories to, you know, look back upon. Okay, but so what of it? Don't look back upon those memories with rose-colored glasses to your detriment. Okay? Learn the lesson, be grateful, move on. Okay? And what are you moving on to again? I can't say it enough. Number one, victory with that Six of Wands. All right, as you should. You beautiful baddie, you handsome baddie, you. Okay. So, you guys, I'm going to ring the bell. And what I want to do is I'm going to hit up the initials deck, right? I kind of got the one I don't like so much, you guys. Forgive me, but I have my other cards packed away. If you can make it out this Saturday in Kingston, Pennsylvania, I'd love to see you there. Readings are donations only, so that's really like the cheapest you're gonna get your girl, most likely, aside from the freebies, you know, that I give. But you know, like as far as like full on sessions and in person, oh yeah. So you know, come on out if you can. If not, send love and light nonetheless. Okay, definitely appreciated, you guys, and share you know, the media about the event if you can. That'd be great. I really would appreciate that as well. So thank you for those that will. So I'm gonna ring the bell, right? And I'm gonna hit up the initials deck. To be clear, this is gonna be first, middle, or last, if at all. And if the initials don't come out for you from the pile and you know it resonates for you, please take heed to the message. No worries there. I'm just trying to be a little bit more um, specific if and when possible. All right. That's just me caring, not putting the pressure on. You know if this resonates or not. Okay. So far, those that will for pile number one. But please be mindful, pile number one. Okay. Especially if this resonated for you. To stick around to the end. It's not going to be a long session. Cards are coming out pretty clear and concise. Um, because at the end is the rest of your message. Long story short, okay? And I was guided to do it that way. It's nothing up my sleeve, okay? It's not to trick you. It's just the way that, you know how they say again, sharing's caring. The cards couldn't come out doubly, for pound one as well as number two, aside from the way that we've got them laid out tonight. Okay, something different. I kind of personally don't mind. I really do appreciate it when you guys do stay on with you, or with with you, with me, aka you. No, let me stop. But you guys know what I mean. So because the energy, like, I don't know, it comes through a lot more clearly often. Okay. And I do enjoy that. So I'm gonna ring the bell. And those that are still eligible for their free tarot yes no, okay, may, according to the live stream rules, place into the chat box your question. All right. And in the meantime, I'm trying to get some initials for pile one, so that way we don't necessarily forget at the end when we've got to do the rest of your message. Okay, which I've got the cards out here. I am so serious. All right. So you don't want to miss the rest of your message. Okay, it's me just trying to be clear, not trying to be preachy. Um, so we've got, interestingly enough, I'm tripping. Wait, hold on. The way that I thought that Y was a J, I'm like, yeah, we got BJ. Oh, we do have a J. So, okay, I get it. There could be some skills about the mofo, right? But, okay, you got skills too. That's what I'm hearing. Ball number one. All right. We've got Y. We've got P. We've got N. Maybe somebody is a YN. Somebody might talk like that. We've got W. We've got O. We've got two D's. Ooh. I'm hearing the name Doddo, like Doddo. That makes sense. All right, let's see. Okay, Love and Light, Teresa Horton, Love and Light Fire, Spawnable. Okay, Love and Light, Andrea, 54. All right, let's see about Carlos. Ooh. Seem like you know that, but let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. They say the tarot is confirmation of what you already know anyhow. Ooh, it might be a new startup, it seems. Or really, if you're asking me, not that you are, right? But hear me out. This was the original yes, right? For Andrea regarding Carlos stank ass, okay? But I see that in your future, once you walk away from the disappointment energy, you do get something much better. It ain't gonna be with Carlos. Could be a soulmate though, with the Three of Cups coming out as I split the deck. I mean, Three of Pentacles, excuse me. All right, so that's what I have for Andrea. Love and Light, babe. That's totally not cool. I don't like that. All right, let's see here. Let's see about the accuracy here. Fire Spawnable. I'm just asking for clarification because I'm like, okay, this could go like one of three ways. I think intuitively, the spirit's probably just going to be like, no, just give that message. All right, yeah, because there's nothing. Okay. Long story, I know I can't even get it out. My nose is doing that thing. Like I really want to just like bop it off my face. It gets itchy. It's so crazy. All right. So long story short, and this is for Fire Spawnable. Okay. Initially, I had this quote unquote no card, and I'm putting the air quotes around it for a reason. That of the Knight of Swords. And then the yes card, the star at the bottom of the deck, right? I asked for clarification, almost didn't get any until the 11th hour. This is all synchronicity here, babe. Hold on. And then I got the yes card, that of the Queen of Wands, simultaneously with the no card, all right, that of the Five of Wands, all right. And so, long story short, the star card that was at the bottom of the deck does talk about, like faith, renewal, energy. And the Queen of Wands definitely is seen here in this current spread with these other energies as the overcomer. That's for sure. Okay. So it's giving, in spite of all odds, um, like you have found your clarity and or you have received your miracle, it's feeling like you should say. All right. And if this is regarding finances as well, I see that too coming in. Okay. Or being part of the, no, it's just giving like miracle. This could also be, again, connecting to clarity with that sun card energy. The sun card also can talk about clarity as well as happiness. Either way, I'd take it, babe. I'm glad that makes sense. Love and light. Okay, let me see here. Love and light to you, Andrea, of course. Oh, thank you, Fiona. Appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Teresa, about your new man. Okay, now let's see. Okay. All right, hear me out though, Teresa, right? Like, how the Fool card gonna come out of the deck, like officially, solely, right? And it's talking about a maybe. Bottom of the deck is the no card, quote unquote, all right, talking about Page of Swords. And underneath the page is the Empress. So that, I mean, the Page of Swords alone talks about delayed messages, but this could also be easily translated into delayed epiphanies. I think it might take some time, you know. It's definitely not like a no, like it's not like a hell no, like why would he, but I think it's going to take some time. This person, now that I'm looking at the Six of Swords, talking about comrade, yeah, I couldn't even get it out. This person could need some healing from past energies, okay? You know how everybody says I love you when they don't, kind of shit. All right. So that's what I have for you, Teresa. All right, much love and light. But you're coming on as the Empress, which is that baddie you are. So I mean, no worries there. All right. And we don't place our worth in another's hands anyway. So if it takes him a little bit of time, then he's just gonna play catch up and one day realize he was missing out. While you was just being that baddie the whole time, right, Teresa? You're welcome. All right. So we're gonna go into pile number 2 at 42. I love that. That also reduces down to 6. That's so crazy. Huh. So you guys could be seeing 6. 6 is insignificance. All right. So the first card from the breakup deck, okay, for you, pile number 2. And pile number 2, you did have, I don't really know what to name her. She's crazy though. She's super new, so I didn't get there yet. Okay. She kind she definitely gives like ET vibes though. Could be some significance, like maybe you guys did talk about conspiracy theories, as they say, right? But this first card out for you, pile number 2. Do you have any limiting beliefs about love? Where do you think they stem from? How can you challenge these beliefs, right? So play devil's advocate if you must. Here, collective attached to pile number 2, right? You know, if you, I'm not asking you to out yourself, but I'm asking you to do the work, right? So listen up. If you are you know, guy, girl, what have you, that has the mentality of all men dot dot dot, all women dot dot dot, right? And you want to say something that just is disappointing, is harsh, right? Then you need to fix that, okay? Because you are projecting that type of energy outwardly and also damn sure into your uh love corner of life, just saying, okay? So you want to cultivate the love corner or any corner you got there, babe. All right. Make it beautiful for what it is, as well as can be, but not to the point of your detriment. And what I mean by that is basically limerence. Look it up. Um, but you know, it can be kind of hard, maybe even harsh, if you look to the left and the right of you, and you know, even um, in your childhood, and you don't really have shining examples of love, let alone you know, what it means to be a couple, what it means to be committed, perhaps, right? What it means to just deal with somebody, perhaps, okay? However you want to say it here. But the second card out here for you, pile number 2, is did your last relationship reveal some toxic traits in yourself that you'd like to work on? If so, what are they? And you've got to be honest, right? Some of you, you know, maybe you have a shorter fuse than you'd like to write home about, right? But at the same time, it's kind of been a theme inside of each one of those toxic relationships. And I'm not here saying, yeah, they were toxic because you were there with your short little fuse, all right? But maybe for some, that was part of it, maybe not all of it. Okay. And you have to honestly look at that, because here's the sit, you guys, you don't want to half ass your next relationship, whether short or long term. Let's be honest, right? Now is the time for knowing what you want, knowing your why, and really honoring yourself and your truth for what it is, and unapologetically, you shouldn't have to apologize for wanting something that perhaps someone that would love to be dealing with maybe doesn't want the same thing, but be honest, okay? And don't try to fit, any kind of round pegs into square holes, and vice versa, okay? Because you're really, or someone else really is going to get hurt that way, okay? Pretty much every time. And maybe that's part of the cycle, part of the patterning that you two are being asked to be, disciplining yourselves out of. Give yourself a fighting chance to believe that you can, I'm hearing to say, okay? What parts of yourself do you need to break up with? Ooh, we've all been there if you're doing the work. And by the work, you guys, to be clear, I'm talking about shadow work, all right? For those that maybe want to delve into other ways that you can kind of, allow yourself to integrate that, please at least check out Christina Lopes. Her last name spelling is Lopes, here on YouTube. She's free. I have no affiliation, but she personally helped me a great deal. And she's got a whole host of free library content that's really uh, like itemized and categorized and stuff. It's pretty cool. So you can kind of get to the nitty gritty. It's not like a vast wasteland or anything, I promise. Okay. What were you over rationalizing throughout your last relationship, if anything? Okay. Wounding comes to mind, right? Childhood wounds. Again, maybe whoever is connected to pound number two, and whether or not you relate with pound number one tonight as well or not, maybe didn't have, again, examples of what it looked like, sounded like, and meant to be in a loving, caring connection, okay? Whether amorous or not, okay? And so it's hard when you don't have these like quick go-tos, right? Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and was explaining about how like it's normal, in normal course, okay, in your formidable years to be able to look back, right? It's giving, what would Grandpa Joe say or do about this type of scenario? Maybe it's like connected to woodworking, or sheetrocking or something. I don't know. Drywalling. I don't know. I'm not really, you can tell I don't really know all that stuff. But, or, what would mom say or do? What would dad say or do? What would grandma? And a lot of us don't have shining examples of anything about why you should really kind of spread what perhaps Grandpa Joe and or Ma, Pa, and the gang were even actually talking about and saying and doing. All right, not everybody has the gold standard type of family to look forward to going home to, or climbing out of. Okay, just that as I say, look at the climbing out of the Eight of Cups, right? There could be some, maybe I am speaking to a female here. This particular pile, or not pile, I'm trying to say deck, is the beautiful creatures tarot. This is really a lot of like feminine energy, a lot of feminine appearing illustrations nonetheless, right? Could be some significance, okay, to you being that of in your, you know overarching feminine energy, whether guy, girl, what have you, because we're talking energy, and or being in that of a meat suit, the feminine variety, all right? But you're really being guided to walk away, allow the it's giving, allow the gauntlet to rest where it stands, okay, regarding this connection. I know you don't want to hear it. Somebody's name could be Barry. I'm so sorry if that's you, but you really got to let this one go, because letting it go is your justice. That is your win. That is the prize. That's the award. That's the goal. All right. As far as divine right, role, and agenda, just saying. As far as your higher self is concerned, okay, same deal. Why? You are one. Okay, you don't need anybody. And you're to remember that, being called into remembrance of it. Kind of like file number one, just saying, go figure. Not gonna lie, when I initially pulled this card, I really inserted, I guess accidentally, the word the. You are the one. Like you are the baddie. Love and light, Priya. It's like you are the one, not an option. It's given I'm the you want to call me the one, I'm the one and the two. What are you talking about? And so that's kind of what you are still working on seeing, okay? See beyond the red flag to the actual mofo that this mofo is, right? Um, people that cross your boundaries, people that make you feel alone, people that make you feel unheard, people that allow for you to even feel unheard, right? I mean, I'm saying different shit, but like seriously, get this, okay? They don't they don't honor your energy. And so how would you keep them around while you are honoring your energy? Makes sense that you should honor your energy so that people who can't also honor your energy really can't stay around. It's really giving win-win on the back end of some perception tweak here. All right. But I do see this energy of holding on, Four of Cups, but you know what that's going to get you? More of the mental conflict, mental turmoil, obsession that leads to nothing good, right? Do you want to sign up for that now that we know, though? Like, I'm just saying, whether you're here about Barry, you are Barry or not, okay? Um, because it's giving Nine of Swords. Again, more conflict. Weren't we already at the 8? It's growing. It's slicing and dicing and not so nicing, okay, at this point. And the whole time, you are that baddie, all right? This is kind of giving a repeat of number 1. You could definitely resonate with this. You should, okay? If you resonated with pile number 1, makes sense. 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles, both separately and together, speak of hella wish fulfillment energy, high quality, high value. Okay, you're a catch. Act like it, live like it, and allow people to love you like it. Okay, because otherwise you're signing up for the 9 of Swords. That's a 9 you don't really need, honey. Just saying. Okay, it's giving ouchie, and you were already at the 8. 8 of Swords talks about literally like self imprisonment. Okay, it's 8 of Swords alone gives angst, right? This shit is growing. We can't have that. Pile number 2, right? For who? Over what? Okay. No. So pick yourself up, okay, and get on into the sun. Maybe you need to actually get outside. Maybe you need to actually pick yourself up. And then get outside towards the sun. Okay. It really does a body good. Also, it does the mental space good. It's giving win-win. Just saying, you should try it. Even if you can't get outside for long periods of time, get near a window, allow the sun to gaze upon your situation. Okay, and by situation, I'm speaking in code, but you feel me, okay? Um on the other side of you doing this, more good news. Okay, somebody's coming in for you. All right, the Lovers leading to the Fool, leading to the Page, the Offer. Page of Pentacles, nonetheless. Okay, maybe somebody that's going to be working and growing and building. Okay, maybe somebody you can build with. All right, here's the sitch, though. To be clear, the prerequisite stands. All right, I know we don't like to talk about prerequisites too much because it almost seems like you got to earn the blessings. All right, well, do you want to earn more lessons, perhaps, right? It's giving. So with this habit, okay, some of you, you've got a nasty one, whatever that could be, right? And others, you may have a nasty one, whatever that could be. And we could talk about some aspects of that. Okay. Stubbornness comes. Oh, see, you thought I was going to say substances. You thought I was just going to go right there. I don't have to, do I? Right? Because those that know, right? But really, the habit is connecting to the cycle that you're breaking. I'm speaking in code, right? Because we don't have time to be worrywarts about this. Oh, will we break? No, we're breaking right now. If you're still here receiving this message, you are so breaking, okay? In the bestest of ways, okay? Leading to your own aspect of vision, dare I say, perception, dare I say, admiration of your own decadence. Decadence really talks about, being in the energy of standing out, perhaps in a regal way, perhaps in a very, um, like vixen energy comes to mind. It's like, ooh, you just vivacious, aren't you? Right? Like you're top tier, you're top shelf, perhaps. Okay, and liquor may be of some significance here for this pile. I'm not sure why that's coming through their top shelf shit, but I digress. Two of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups. Okay, on the other side of you balancing this out, doing you, boo. Okay, the ace stands. And aces speak about divine breakthrough assistance. All right. So this isn't something that you just kind of like have to like drum up, cultivate, get off the ground and keep off the ground on your own. It's coming in like in the energy of reward. Some might say miracle. I'll give you that. Okay. But it's coming on the other side of you doing this work. And again, to be clear, shadow work. Pile number 2. And this person coming in will be a soulmate of sorts. Okay, this is getting good if I do say so myself. All right, this is like um this is giving me energy of like you standing in the line for like, I don't know, like some baked good, or we could even do coffee or just whatever you would stand in line for that would be a treat. Okay, who cares how healthy or unhealthy it is at this point? Just focus, right? So you stand in line and you look into the case, or you look onto the menu, or you look at the availability of stock, whatever, right? And it's like what you want is like so right there. And you really hope that when you get to your turn to order, that they pick exactly that one kind of thing, or they garnish your drink with exactly that cherry kind of thing, right? And it happens. It's giving that. Okay, this is giving like, okay, you maybe in your moon cycles past have been the sort to kind of moan and groan about doing any kind of shadow work or work in general, who knows. But at the same time, if you could like quickly, keyword quickly, consult with your higher self about this, higher self is going to come through with the come through talking about well worth it. You want to stand in line to receive kind of thing, and not the sense of like waiting in line, to be clear. I'm just saying the joy that one gets, where it's like, oh, I got that wine, like, oh, I got that lamp, like, oh, it was still at the store, like I could get it now, that kind of thing, like, yay. And there's a little bit of work, okay, as that prerequisite. Some of you had to leave the store and come back, perhaps, right? But you get where I'm going with that. Pile number 2, it's good stuff, it's good energy, good vibes, and good on you. All right. So please don't self-sabotage at this. All right. Something about the Page of Swords. Um, with the World card energy leading to the Empress. The Page of Swords looks a little funny to me. Not really about aesthetic, but golly, is that giving confidence? Are you sure? Like, I feel like if I had to have a surgeon real quick and they just were like, or like, if I fell down all of a sudden and I had to ask someone, hey, how bad is it? And they were like, oh, it's not really given like, all is well, right? And so I just want to be mindful just to, really implement that try again method with regard to faith building, confidence building. Okay, that will bode you well. Now try again with the mofo. Never that. Okay, nope, no. That's why the world card is here, honey. Right? It's really talking about, again, like pile number 1, close out that cycle. Know you are that baddie. Empress energy again coming out. Just saying, do we need 2 piles? I'm so confused at this point. But again, with the hesitancy, the toxicity, what could be standing in between you and like pile number 1, the victory, right? We didn't get to any kind of wandage yet, really. So I didn't see any Six of Wands besides these two. But the two is enough, okay, to make a decision. The two is enough to create balance, okay? And so you're being, again, guided to utilize your strength to do just that, because you can. Not because it's funny or fun or necessarily feels or seems pleasant always and in all ways, but you can, okay? And in the end, it's giving that you would want to, even if you knew all aspects of the way it might be grueling to get from point A to point B in those final stages. All right, the Queen of Swords. All right, some of you could be like, whether guy girl, what have you, feeling like you're getting up there in age. Okay, and so this might be why you're so quick to try to crumb it out a bit. Okay, stop that though, because that's literally the epitome of lack mindset. You're literally vibing out into the stratosphere here. I'm old and love is fleeting, right? Like I have none, right? So don't do that. Okay, because now that you know better, you can live a lot better and stop that. Okay. So Queen of Swords really simultaneously talks about somebody who, mature in age or not, is mature, does know some well-deserved knowledge, and usually by that of experience, not textbook. Okay, not to say that you don't have book smarts, just saying. But with the Seven of Swords coming out with the Lovers as well, I'm just getting that for many of you here, connecting with the mofo energy, there could be third party energy. Some of you know, some of you don't, and it could be more than one. All right. I'm hearing to say Gemini placements could be of some significance. Gosh, that makes sense. But also this person could be communicating to, I mean, gosh, I hope not seven people. Could be up to seven. All right. That's not for everyone. There's another seven here, Seven of Wands. It's almost like you just are expected to be part of the competition and be well and good with that. And it's like, excuse you much right now. Like, or what are you saying? Right? Don't even. Okay. So long story short, get into your full action activity mentality mindset and boundaries frequency, and allow this connection to really sit as it stands. Okay, it's giving DOA, just saying. All right, really, on arrival was already dead, kind of thing. So that's what I have for pile number two. But I do want to take a look at, I'm trying to think. Where is the other one? Did I not pull for them? I feel like I did, though. No, yeah, I did. Okay. Here we go. We're doing it. Oh. Okay, so long story short, pile number two, right? Also. This could be an emperor coming your way. Just saying. Could be somebody to be the type to hold the door for you, even. Wouldn't that be neat, right? I don't know why I'm using these older references. Maybe somebody is older here. um but to stay with the, oh, maybe they'll come back around mentality, or maybe they'll remove their head all the way from their R's. You're just gonna be five of wand in it. I mean, that's like the most type of passionate conflict. It's like it's like, how, like, have you ever been like pissed off, sad, and disappointed? And it's like you could deal with the pissed off, perhaps, right? Maybe the sad, but the disappointment as the icing just takes the cake, I swear. Okay. Um, so some of you, the mofo is fighting a court case and really is in survival struggle mode. Okay, we're not seeing thriving energy over here. But they are damn sure focused elsewhere. So it's like, why would you pine over somebody that don't even know you anymore? If they ever did. If you ever knew them. Just saying. Pile number two. All right. The second card from the Harsh Reality deck. I am addicted to drama and you don't provide that for me. Oh, okay. So I got bored and left you alone. Excuses for being a mofo for 5,000, Alex. Love and light, Mr. Trebek. Just saying, though, okay? And the last card out from the Oracle. I was hot and cold in the connection because I can't seem to make up my mind about us. If you ever come across somebody who can't make up their mind about you, I don't know why you would stay around. Because you are not here to prove your worth to anyone. If anything, you're here to remember your worth from self to self. And on the other side of that, man, life gets great because ain't no way you're going to bow down to such a request that goes like, hey, why don't you just go on ahead and set up a PowerPoint presentation for exactly how you're the one, exactly how you're the baddie, whether guy, girl, what have you. And it's like, I don't even finish that sentence. Like, that is such a time waste. That's such a life waste. That is such a love waste. How dare you? Right? So just saying, pile number 2, that's what I got for you. Please stick around. I'm gonna ring the bell again, but the message for pound 1 and 2 really needs to be rounded out in this last leg here. It's just gonna take probably all of 2 more minutes. All right, but I'm being nice. I'm gonna ring the bell, and also it gives me time to get the initials out. So let me hit up the initials deck for pound number 2 real quick. Whether first, middle, or last, you guys, to be clear. And if the initials don't come out and you know that's your message, you better do what you know you came to do with the message. Just saying. All right. Because that's why I did what I did to come here and deliver it to you. Just saying. Okay. That's what we're here for. Okay. What else do I want to say? But yeah, honestly, you guys don't want to miss out on the ending part. It really kind of drives the message home for both piles. And you see why. Like, thank goodness we didn't have 2 piles to go through on this last leg for the same type of situation. Okay. And you know, I almost was like, maybe I should do a third maybe I should do a third pile tonight, right? Because I was like, oh, they both were like mofos and like the breakup was just supposed to be. But then I'm like, bro, how many times do we actually need to hear that if and when that is the case? Number one. And then also, number one, again, right now, shit is shifting, splitting, dead weight lopping off. People are getting it right and ready or not at all. Okay. And so, you know, free will and shit. Okay. Maybe somebody eating pie or somebody likes that pie you got. Okay. Pile number 2. But I do have P and an E and an I. All right. Not that that spells pie. It's just the way that it came out. Maybe somebody's ZA could be of some significance. We've got Z and A, maybe Arizona as well. All right, that's all we had for the initials, you guys, for pile number 2. But please and thank you, stick around, and thank you for those that will. I really appreciate you guys doing that because it does help the channel as well. But at the same time, I really want you to get all of your freaking message. It's not for me. Okay, this is serious. Sometimes they resonate with me more than others, and it's now we're good. Oh, thank you so much again, Fiona. All right, let's see here. I think Priya's next. Let me just triple make sure. Love and light, Avani. Okay, now let me see here. All right, so Priya. Okay. Yes, I know you posted, Priya. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't skip over anyone else because you know how bad it sucks whenever I skip over you, Priya, right? So I was trying to be neat and orderly, but I got you. No worries. We're not skipping tonight, Priya. No worries. Here we go. Okay, so it is a yes. All right. And it seems like there is a bit of balance needed for this person to do so, or maybe a lot of responsibilities, or yeah, just it's giving like a lot of responsibilities. So it might be like later in the week, but it's still giving a yes, Priya. All right, much love and light, babe. Okay. All right. So that was Priya's reading. And then you guys, if you're very welcome, Priya. If you guys are sometimes there is a lag. I'll be mindful of that, but at the same time, I kind of just want to like get everybody their message. So I'm just gonna continue because I don't see anyone right now. Um, I mean, we did Priya, but I don't see anyone else in the queue. So I'm just gonna take the opportunity to close out. But be mindful. All right, I'm not skipping over anyone. I will ring the bell at the end. All right, it's gonna be the final call though. Okay, because we're gonna get out of here and do other stuff in like the most glorious ways. I'm sure. Right. All right, so many of you have, manifestations to manifest, and some others have some shadow work to work out. Okay, um, shut up, Fiona. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. You know what? Because the whole industry is being revamped, so maybe they kind of like had to. Ugh, I won't even get into like the documentary and stuff. I didn't watch it. I'm just like, you know what? Let's not fall all the way into the hype because like what else is going on while the world's watching certain things I have questions about. You know what I mean? Like I'll watch it eventually, we already know, but like I'm like one of those people where it's like even like at like holidays and stuff like where they'd be like, "Oh, the food's done," or like at the buffet, I'll be like, "You go up for," like I like to like ease into it. I don't know, like cuz I just like to I'm the type like especially if it's like a buffet like you guys like I actually recently went to a buffet like around Thanksgiving, like just so that like because me and my friend were like, yeah, that's like the best setup for us with our schedules and our personal setups and stuff. And like I did the same thing. I was just like, you go on up ahead to the buffet because I just like to like scope the scene, like who all, what all, what's going on. Like I don't know. I've just always been like that. And like even like if I would be at like somebody's house, or if people were coming over to our house for the holidays and stuff, it's like no, you go because I don't like to like you gotta watch which energy, what kind of energy you're putting in and around your food too. You know what I mean, you guys? So it's like if everybody just runs up and they're just like bum rushing and bows are throwing, right? It's like what kind of sense does that make? Then you're gonna sit there and eat that? Like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll get mine. Don't you worry, right? But do we need to fight over like some of the nonsense? I don't like to fall prey to, right? And so I'm always thinking like, okay, so if all of these mainstream outlets are talking about these same four things, what else is I just challenge you guys to like free think about some of that stuff too for yourselves. And I know many of you do. I'm not calling anyone out to be clear. Um but that's really interesting, Fiona. Thank you for letting me know, babe. I'll have to look into that one. Love and light cheesecake and kisses 678. So please check the description box, babe. All right. And the bell's gonna ring in like 2 minutes, if that. I'm so serious. And it's gonna be final call, you guys. So if you are not yet familiar with the live stream rules, please, please don't be that one that goes, I followed all the live stream rules, because here's the thing. I don't really care, like personally, okay, but at the same time, I do want to do my due diligence, and there is such a thing as Mayat law. It's definitely well underway with this channel. All right, don't come here taking if you're not given. You know what I'm saying? So there's that, and I say that with the utmost respect, love, and light. To be clear, that is not a threat. Um, all right, just saying that's me being a lover, not a fighter. Okay. So there's that. All right. The gift of knowing came out here. Okay, now listen up, you guys. This is both for piles 1 and 2 at the same freaking time, just to drive it home and get her done. All right. There could be some significance to again that throat chakra, which I picked up on pile number 2 heavily with the zip zinger that I experienced intuitively, I guess you would say. Um, we've got the third eye, crown, heavy significance with the crown chakra, as well as the sacral chakra. We also had the solar plexus. Okay. Interestingly enough, we did not have the heart chakra come out. That's so funny. Maybe that's a good sign though. Like you guys have already been from power one uh to the next to two, have been doing your best, putting your best foot forward to like rationalize this out. It's like, okay, made me cry 79,000 times compared to like three times made me laugh. Huh? Shit like that. But the gift of knowing, really, when I pulled this card for you, um, collective, those resonating with tonight's session, again, this is just some significant coursework about learning more aspect of yourself. And so when you kind of like dumb it down like that, it's not a punishment. Because how is knowing you the punishment? How is knowing more of you not the prize? Right. And so maybe there is a bit of work that needs to be done there to just kind of get that mental perception tweak, right? To assist with furthering the heart space to heal. Okay. The gift of knowing who you are, knowing what you possess, okay, knowing your capabilities, knowing the way that, your aura and your effervescence shines and brightens others' days and nights, in spite of mofos being mofos. Okay, there's always going to be a mofo, you guys. Um, it's your choice to not to chew on the crumb, though. You know what I mean? Okay, just like even going back to that buffet reference that I was just recently on. Okay, just because it's on the buffet doesn't mean you gotta eat it. You know how much meat I'm like definitely scouting out on, but like, no, not that. And it's so funny because actually going back to that, I actually almost did it. Almost touched the plate. I was gonna put some pasta sauce. I guess it was antipasta, and I didn't catch it. I was like, ooh, like I was looking at all of the vegetables and shit on there, and I was like, oh, it seems like it's got some Earl on it and stuff. And I went to throw that down on the plate, and I saw this glop of meat. I was like, "Ugh," no, like I think it was ham, right? Ugh. And that's so crazy because I kid you not, I used to eat ham like at the ready. Like you would have thought I just was a pig, okay? Like just eating ham and bacon all the time, my favorite super faves. And I could never now. It's kind of like that bad boy reference. It's like once you just kind of like put in the work and like make it make sense and like listen to your body, listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, listen to your soul, right? You really kind of get this clearer picture. All right. It may not be actually like an illustrated picture, but nonetheless, you get it and you start maneuvering and creating and living and loving as if you get it, which is such a beautiful experience that I really do want for each and every one of us here. Okay. So this is a soul lesson, all right, that you are being asked to surrender to. The chakras that we did mention, if you're being smart about things, you might actually hit some megahertz sound frequencies to assist them, especially if you know, whether from PEL 1 or 2 or both, that you're having a hard time at, implementing some of these next step strategies, okay, in spite of wanting to, all right? Again, especially those that resonated with the past life karmic soulmate energy. I believe that was pile number one. Come on, you might want to hit them up. Just saying. All right. And I do have this cleanse and protect, especially regarding the solar plexus chakra, but really just all of them. Okay. Um, oh my God. Look, it says sound healing. That's so funny. I didn't even see that. I'm just straight channeling. That's so crazy. I really didn't see that. I mean, I read the throat chakra, but I didn't get. That's so funny. And so there's double. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, there's double the energy for the sacral as well as the throat chakras, as well as that crown. Okay. It's so funny because there was only one regarding the solar plexus, and that's the one where it just like succinctly like demands like cleanse, protect your ass kind of thing, right? Not in the sense of like, you're gonna be asked out if you don't, but in the sense of like, make it beautiful, babe. Nobody puts baby actually in the corner kind of thing. I like this suggested ritual of body worship. how many times, going back to media references, right? You know, have we been almost kind of guided into some form, and there are a couple at least, of you know, body dysmorphia, you know? Um, and for those that, you know, really don't understand that, you know, try losing a bunch of weight. You know, you're still gonna walk around like feeling house shaped, perhaps, right? To the point where you become disillusioned at times, thinking like you need clothes that are just clearly baggy now, right? Like it's like you don't actually need to put on the tarp, sir. Right? Like and then it can also spin around the other way, you know. Quite unfortunately, and to sometimes the detriment and the death of certain individuals, where you know it's like, you know, somebody could be real thin, real skinny, and really feel like they're housing it, you know what I mean? So that is the long and the short of the Dummy's Guide to Body Dysmorphia. Dun-dun. Let me stop. But you know, knowing and honoring that you are who you are and being okay with that, inclusive of your body, you guys. There's no such real thing as perfection here in this realm. My understanding. I mean, if you see it, let me know. Please don't show me pics of the hottest guys and or girls, okay, and call them perfection. I'm really talking about in the literal sense. So please stop expecting that your body shapes into something that really is just nonsensical to expect at this point in this realm. Not even in the sense of like, because you've just gone off the wagon for far too long. There's no hope. No, we're literally in a dimension where that does not exist. Okay, and that's okay. And just because your body maybe isn't perfect doesn't have to mean that we should all hate it, inclusive of you. Okay, so that's for somebody, a few somebodies, I'm sure. All right, but surrender to this lesson. Know you are incomparable. Though many have tried and expected you to, you know, compare and be compared, maybe even contrast. All right, you're not going to fit in anybody else's idea of what a mold should be. Okay, it's giving the divine already broke the mold when they made you, and that's okay too. Okay, the divine knew what they were doing the whole time, whether there was actual breakage or not. Just saying, you guys. Um, so long story short, okay, we're gonna close out the session with your card of euphoria. And what I hate for you guys is not the euphoric feelings, perhaps, that come along every now and again, not the literal euphoria that you could create for yourselves with self to self, to be clear. Not even, you're not even requiring an outside source, right? It came in the reverse. Why are we talking about that? And interestingly enough, I was intuitively led to the guidebook's bookmarker for this session, and that is one of tangibility. 32 reducing to a 5. All right. Um, and I was wondering that, Avani. I don't really know. I did not do that. I was wondering, like, if you had a question, and I didn't see anything, babe. So I'm not sure if it's some of the words you used YouTube didn't like, or the way if can you phrase it differently. It was nothing I did on my end, to be clear, nor on Fiona or any of the channel moderators' ends. All right. So sometimes it happens. We don't really know why. So sorry that that happened. Okay. It's not too late for questions because the bell has yet to ring. No worries, you guys. I'm just driving home the message that is also part of what we're doing here tonight. All right, just give me like a few more seconds. I'm going to drive it home. I do not see it now, Avani. So I mean, I guess what I can do is just give you a yes or no. I don't really know. Yeah, we didn't see any question, babe, and again, we couldn't see it. So, um, I can just, I don't know if you're comfortable with me just giving you a yes or no, because that's all we're doing anyways, is yes, no, tarot. Um, but let me get this out, you guys, really quick, okay? Pardon me, just trying to give the message real quick. All right, so, tangibility, for those that don't know, really talks about, okay, I see Avani, okay, I see it now. All right, so hold on 1 second though, babe, okay? All right, so that's interesting. Bleh. Euphoria is talking about honor yourself. Tangibility is talking about making your dreams real. Some of you, could have been caught caught up, and not in the way that makes you money, and not in the way that allows you to complete some of those next goals, not in the way that you're focused in the ways that maybe you ought to be focused. All right, if you're being honest about that. Um, and 32 does reduce to that 5 life-changing energy. You only need one of those. And the 9s again, all right, talk about new beginnings, wish fulfillment. So I'm just going to hold up the card here again. It came in the reverse though, so this is why we're talking about it pretty much. Let's see. There is a central aspect to this card. It is your duty to honor your physical self in an exalted way. There's that body worship energy, and that's actually a different deck, you guys. That's so crazy. I'll show you the card. All right. Have you been abusing your body? Poor eating, excesses of toxic substances, and dragging yourself through workouts you don't enjoy is punishing, not celebrating yourself. Okay. Don't put anything in your body that is not worthy of your goddess status. Quality over quantity is key at this time. Awaken to your sacred self. Be selective about who you allow in physical proximity to you. Weren't we just already talking about this, you guys? In matters of sex and sensuality, do not share your sacred self with someone who is not worthy of you or who does not treat you in an honorable and respectful way. All right. So, really, now that you know better, you can live and love a lot better. Okay. And it starts with self love. I'm not even talking about that manual manipulation kind. I'm literally talking about loving yourself enough to make sure that everyone around you knows, and they're going to know because they're going to try to perhaps cross boundaries, um, and maybe be told no, maybe be told things that are egregious or disappointing to them. All right, and so what of it? And that's where oh, I'm on the self-love track. Once you get to that part, that's really about so what of it. Okay, because at the end of the day, you didn't need anyone else's permission to exist, and you still don't, and you won't. Right? Some might also say the old adage of nobody pays your bills, right? Maybe that's not the case for all of us here, perhaps, right? But at the same time, that sentiment should be shared in the sense of, again, you're not making yourselves small anymore. You're not dimming your light. You're not chewing on crumbs. And unapologetically, as you should, okay? I'm not exactly sure why so many people really get off, quite frankly, on expecting certain of us to really accept crumbs. I think they too need to perform a level and measure of some shadow work. That's probably an understatement. But I feel like if everybody did shadow work, you guys, people would just really find common ground all the more easier, and in a way less toxic state, to be clear. But that's what I have for you guys tonight. All right, the bell has rung. Final call, final call, final call. All right. And so I didn't see a question from you as well, Raymond, but you know what? I'm not sure if that was me either, because we just talked to Avani, and they had an issue where both Fiona and I, it wasn't even just me, all right, the moderator too, who is phenomenal, okay, at moderating, to be clear, all right, we just did not see certain questions. Apparently, it was nothing we did on our end. Sometimes YouTube just glitches out like that, I suppose, I guess. I don't know. What can I tell you, folks? All right. Okay, love for December. Raymond. Ooh, I'm looking at the Hierophant. It's giving a maybe. Hold on. Oh, ooh, High Priestess. And a yes at the bottom of the deck as well. All right. Love for December. I think you get this card a lot, the High Priestess, regarding Is that you, Raymond? I think you do. For Bobby, I think that's it. But you know what, Raymond? Hyper focusing, so punching her back, man. Don't do that. It's aggressive. You know, it's not what you want. Okay. I really hope you get that. All right. Cheesecake. Here we go. Okay, let me see here. Oh, we got a maybe out of the deck. I'm being guided to keep it. It's probably a clarifier. Oh, okay. All right. So that's okay. So incoming communication, all right, will happen that allows for clarity to be had on the other side of this topsy-turvy energy. All right. This is why we talk about things like divine timing. It can be so maddening. I get it on a personal note. I too am in a very similar situation, and at this point I'm thinking, well, at this point it does make sense that I'm powerful enough to manifest a lot of these signs that I'm seeing. I'm also kind of over the signs because um I just don't want to be in that mentality of like being in that of a waiting room, holding my breath, longing for, pining over someone who isn't there and for whatever reason chose not to be. You know what I mean? But for you in your case here, okay, it ends well. And I know you've been waiting forever because this is the slowest night of any freaking tarot deck coming out as an indicator for your person who will give you communication. All right. Someday on the other side of divine timing, to be clear. All right. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know. I'm so grateful that you enjoyed listening to the session, Tracy. And I'm grateful that it sounds accurate for you. Cheesecake. I get it, babe. It's definitely no um it's definitely not easy, you know, I'll give you that. But at the same time, it definitely makes you stronger, you know. And you do learn, like we talked about for both of the piles tonight, even you do learn a lot more about yourself, and you do really learn to add that tax on the other side of finding your worth, you know, and all of that is helpful. None of that is to be clear. I feel like most of us know this already, but none of that is to be born out of some form of bitterness or resentment. You know, when you talk about I know my worth, I add the tax, it's not a punishment. It's more like an epiphany, like, oh my gosh, how have I not been operating out of the energy of the truth about who I am, as well as who I am not, or maybe even more aptly stated, who I am no longer, kind of thing, right? And as you should, because you're here to learn and grow. You're literally here to learn and grow your soul. You're not here just to have a family, just to have engagements and weddings and dresses, and and it can be also inclusive of those things. But when you're talking about divine right, role, and agenda, like your actual reasoning for existing, it's beyond that. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let me see you, Bonnie. All right, about this new puppy. Okay. Oh, hold on. I need you to know if you're still here. Cheesecake. Those same freaking cards came out again. It's like communication will happen. It wanted to be very it was like a very matter of fact energy. All right. I do think that this is the puppy for you here. Let me just clarify. Um it was a little too many cards. Hmm. Well, let me see here. All right, so this is so weird, and I kind of want to apologize for it, Avani, right? But like at the same time, I can't because this is the message. Like I promise you. I initially had the star card come out, okay, but it came out with a cluster of other cards, and I was like, I'll take note of it and keep it moving, right? I then consulted the deck again and got this no card energy, and I'm like, what? This is such a contrast, right? Like nobody wants both of these together at the same table, kind of thing. And so the bottom of the deck, I forgot to mention, the bottom of the deck at the time the star card came out is literally the self imprisonment like no go zone, right? Of the Eight of Swords, and I clarified again, and got this yes card energy with the Nine of Pentacles. And really, the long and the short that I'm getting here, babe, is it's up to you. But here's some things that you may want to take note of and have an honest conversation with yourself about unapologetically. Okay, it is a commitment, okay? It can be like vet bills and stuff, not cheap, all right? Food also, and also, once you do make that commitment, I don't know if you already have other animals or not, but I mean, this being a puppy, um, you're not necessarily going out everywhere, and even if you do, maybe you have to be home by a certain hour, you know what I mean? So if you're okay with those things and those things are things that you have thought about and you're confident that still want this puppy, I see that you can have the puppy. It's giving it's up to you, but it's also giving like once you make your bed, like remember your why kind of thing. And not in the sense that because this puppy's going to be a nightmare, but in the sense that I mean it is a commitment, okay? So if you know that in moon cycles past, like you haven't been so great with commitments of certain kinds, I'm not even talking the romantic kind, but just like, consistency, then please don't do that to the puppy if that makes sense. All right. Have a great night, cheesecake. Thank you, babe. All right. So that's what I have coming through intuitively, excuse me. Bleh, what are words? For Avani. Hopefully that's making sense, babe. Ugh. All right. So, so you want some cheesecake? I had that Liberty Pizza cheesecake horror story, and like it almost ruined cheesecake for me like 1,010%. Like I never in my life like I just that experience alone has me like triple checking like whatever like which we probably should anyways, right? Whatever is like being inserted in our mouth for whatever reason, just triple check that shit because it might be moldy apparently. Whether edible or not. Love and light, Zach. It's great to see you as well. Okay, I ask if I am losing time or the losing. Oh, losing time and rhythm. Sounds like it's fear-based here, Zach. I don't know. Why would we fear? Do we have to? No. Call judgment on that fear. Is what it's giving. And I know you want to be like, yeah, but the judgment says yes, but the bottom of the deck says no. Okay. It's giving you right where you're supposed to be. Okay. Even if you're not there yet. How about that? Oh, no pressure. Okay. Live your life. As long as you living your life um is filled with, you feeling good and experiencing pleasantries and remaining centered in your hope and faith about the matter. Like, what is time? It's literally an illusion. It's man-made, right? Like, so serious. Okay. um as far as your mom, ooh, hold on one second, because where did I see? I just, oh, here we go. It's right here. That's kind of creepy. It's right here. Ooh. Let's see, Zach. All right, so mom is sending signs asking you to continue to make effort. All right. But also make an effort to notice the signs. Maybe that would take the pressure off. You know what I mean, Zach? Signs and synchronicities are everywhere if we'll be open to see them and interpret them, right? I have to say it that way, like interpret, because you could see something and just like logic the crap out of the situation. It's like, oh yeah, of course a blue jay would land on a branch right there. It makes sense. It's winter time on the East Coast of the United States kind of thing. It's like, but so Anne, like what were you thinking about? Were you like asking for help? Were you missing so and so, right? In this case, mom. You know, so you guys pay attention, okay? What else? Okay, let me see here for Zach's mom. Or for Zach. And your mom's energy feels stable. That's a good thing. Um, and this card comes out. Perhaps you have thought of things you wish you had said to me. I can still freaking hear you. Talk to me, okay? It's hard at the beginning, but I know you will make it through. I hope it helps to know that I will be waiting here for you, is the card, as the card states, but mom's not really going anywhere. We will be together again because our souls are interwoven by shared pathways and unfinished business. Okay. Love it like country. 444 definitely could be connected to your father, but it's also simultaneously definitely connected to the angelic realms, Fiona. It also speaks to levels and measures of incoming wish fulfillment, as well as, again, angelic realm protection. If I didn't already say that. Sorry, I'm getting tired at this point. Um, but you know what, Zach? Mom's energy feels good. I don't know if she was normally, I don't know if you know her normally to be anxious. She feels really like, it's, I don't know, it's giving, like, I want to say grounded, but then I'm like, is that accurate? Because is on the other side. But I mean, I guess that could be because it's energy. But it just feels like clear and like resolved is a word that keeps coming to mind. And I don't really know what the resolution was or was lacking. I don't know. But it's almost like how somebody would feel like after they just take like a sigh of relief, not like a sigh of grief, if that makes sense. All right. Hopefully that gives you some solace, babe. All right. So much love and light, Zach. And let me see. Did I skip over country? Okay. Let me see here. Well, okay. Let me see. That's a probably. I'm hearing like 10-4. That's so funny. All right. Let me see. Oh, I'm like, where's my deck? Help. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Country. Oh, did that flip over? Hold on. We might have a flipper. That's so funny. You're talking about a cruise. I'm talking about Flipper, and now I'm thinking of that old show, Flipper, about the dolphin. All right, so do we have a Flipper though? Wait, no. Okay, I'm tripping. Hold on. Ugh. Okay, let's see. You intuitive AF country. Okay. Keep revisiting it, but you the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, cruising is on my bucket list. Wouldn't that be great? I don't know. I have like these thoughts, plans, dreams, goals, and wishes fulfillment. And interestingly enough, many of them do include you guys, right? I think it would be so great to just be like, all right, so book in such and such cruise. We're going to go there and do this and that, right? Do the cards by the sea. That'd be so fun. I do have waterproof tarot cards too, you guys, and playing cards. So I do have a selection, a whole spread I could bring. I'm trying to figure out how to get on the cruise ship. Like, let me read the cards. Just let me on the cruise and then leave me alone when I'm not reading the Let me just look at the sun and then the moon and swim a bunch, right? That'd be great. Love and Light 7400. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy the energy and the vibe. If you have a question, we are wrapping up here, but there's still time. Okay, and if you don't really know exactly about like the formatting and all of that, please check the description box, babe. And then I got you for your free yes no. Okay, love and light. Love and light Canupria. Okay, let's see. So you know you made the right decision because you're intuitive AF country and everyone else on the live stream, right? And then, oh, there's a library. I want to go. Y'all need to send, when y'all do stuff like that, send pictures to the freaking community page. All right, we can all manifest together. Like, ah, look at the deck and the sun, you know, rising in the sky like the phoenix. All of that. I love that stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Sometimes I just kind of go places like that in my head, you guys. No joke. And like sometimes it can get pretty real to the point where it's like you start feeling the wind and smelling the salt in the air kind of thing. It's pretty cool. It's like, who needs virtual reality when you've got consciousness? So you brought all the trash. Oh no, country. We're on the final bell ring. Here comes country stirring up the pot. I'm just joking. No, that's okay. Do your thing, country, because hey, right? Party. All right, let's see here. Let me focus. All right, let me. Oh, so she's calm. I think maybe I just assumed maybe she was nervous. I just was like, wow, like the energy was very like, Zach. I think I'm around a lot of people that are nervous usually. I guess maybe that's where I was like, but that energy was like very, such to the point where I was like, maybe I should tell you, Zach, that like she's really, like, I want to say like cool, but really meaning like chill. Like she's very okay. Like she's really good. So I just felt like you would take solace in that. But that's so funny to come to find out you just already knew that about her. Like that's just her energy. That's so funny. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I'm very grateful for you, Zach. Your energy is really chef's kiss. All right, everybody enjoys when you come on. All right, everybody is awesome AF, to be clear. All right. I just know Zach, we haven't seen for a while, so not to make anyone feel like I'm playing favorites. You're all my favorites, to be clear. Okay, every live stream and every day and night of the weeks. All right. I get that, country, about like the expense perception, because I feel like that with like flying outside of the country half the time, because it's like to get to some of the beaches that I know and love on my coast, it's like just as much money. I'm like, oh no, I'll take the white sand like over, like, you know, no disrespect or nothing, but I really need to hit up a different coast. I can feel it. Just the waters are, you know, and I have this thing where it's like I want to experience, like there's like beaches in Hawaii I'd love to see. I'd love to get some sea glass and make jewelry. Oh, that'd be cool. Things like that. All right, let me focus. Okay. Okay, let's see about Rishab. All right, this is for Canupria. A level 8, Laura. Oh, you said Everybody thought your daughter cheated. That's not okay. Like, ugh. That's not okay. All right. Let's see about Rishab. I'm trying this whole time. Ooh, wow. Wow. Okay, you're asking me in the next few days. Would you want somebody coming to you in the next few days or at all in this kind of energy? This is really talking about being a liar, maybe a thief, clearly deceptive, right behind the tower. Bottom of the deck is the Fool, and we've got to know. It's like they're watching you, not necessarily going to communicate. And maybe that's protection. Um, I'm sorry, babe. I'm not here to mince cards, and we're really just on a quick free yes no, if that makes sense. But long story short, I feel like if this person approaches, whether you're happy about that or not, please see the situation and the person and the conversation for what it and they are. All right, you don't want to be deceived. That's for sure. Yeah, this person has moon energy. This could be literally a karmic soulmate, like we talked about in pile number one. All right, just saying. Okay. Ugh. Um, Love like Danielle, 1982. I'm sorry, but I feel bad, like Canubria, but like I tell you that just out of protection, right? Not because I think it's funny, but I wouldn't want anybody, like, for any reason coming or calling me or texting me in that kind of energy or with that kind of energy, because if I'm around energy like that, that definitely is going to affect you. And I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but like that would be clearly in a negative way, to be clear. And so, you do with that what you will, but man, I don't think you deserve to go through any more than you've already gone through, if that makes sense. All right. That's what I have. You're welcome, babe. Um, yeah, I miss my baby, you guys. I gotta get out. Speaking of a different coast, oh my gosh. Um, 'Cause it's been about a year, so yeah, it's about that time, and so I'm just grateful that I have a way out there. You know what I mean? Manifestation. Okay. So there's that. So thank you for those um that are led to tip and donate. All right, because I definitely know. Usually it goes right back in the channel. To be honest, I've been buying decks for the channel, like, so already got you guys. All right, I got Christmas decks. Hell, the breakup deck we're using tonight, I just bought. And there are a few other decks, and so I think for the time being, any tips and donations are gonna have to go towards airfare. you know. So thank you, okay, in advance. And I'm not being funny about that. I really gotta make it out there. Long story short. Okay. Um, all right, let's see here. Do my coworkers like me? It's giving a very communicative yes. I'm not sure if you're with the hermit at the bottom, right? Maybe you're used to sticking to yourself. Some of those social cues can be hard to pick up, right? It's like, do you mean that? Like, you said that like that, but like, what does that mean when your voice has that inflection when you say those words? I get that on a personal note. You guys, I swear I'm on the spicy spectrum, no disrespect, and not that it's a contest, okay? Just saying, okay, it can be hard to pick up some of those cues. There could be, for the time being, for whatever reason, a lot of talk about you here, Danielle, from from this quick on the fly, yes, no tarot with the Eight of Wands. But at the same time, the eight stands as a pretty hefty yes, right? Like they do like you, as they should, right? I'm claiming, you know what, Fiona? I already have my Bob's Tarot deck because I already have it because it exists. And I'm so grateful for that deck. It's so amazing. Don't we all enjoy it? Fiona, you know dead ass you would not have to ask me for Bob or his burgers if we I'd whip them out so fast with cheese. Let me stop. No, you guys are all awesome. All right, let me see here about whatever this is. Is it this or is it that though, Laura? Let me stop. All right. Ooh. I don't know why I'm hearing the ball has dropped. Laura, what the hell? The ball has dropped. Ooh, this could be somebody that broke your heart. Just saying. We've all been there before. It's not a contest. Like I always say. It's not a contest. This could be because you have see all them stars there? That's crazy, right? But I really did have to cover all of it up like that. There was children on there and stuff. I never really realized. Like, oh no, the babies. Oof. Anyways. So, this could be, incoming rewards for closing out cycles. Like we talked about some of those mindsets tonight. If that resonates and, you and this person at one point were not in one accord, you may want to circle back around to tonight's message, Laura. Just saying, not to be all gimmicky. I'm just saying. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this, because this is where it's at. That's a good one, you guys. You singing it too, country? Oh, yeah, well, Louise is, they're all, okay, hear me out, you guys, really quick. I'm just going to get on like a little tiny mini tangent about Bob's Burgers really quick. If you slice and dice it down, they're kind of all each other. They're kind of all like each other. They're kind of, except for Gail. I mean, Gail's the oddball. We'll give me that. Was that Linda's sister with like all the animal anus drawings or paintings? Excuse me, paintings. Right? But even then, kind of feels like Jean, right? They're all kind of. Sometimes I probably shouldn't, but I kind of like in Bob's Burgers that particular family unit and like, or not even just the family because there's like other like customers and like townsfolk and stuff. But I always go, this is like a visual. I almost said this is a visual representation of how we are all part of the same like energy. All right, oversoul, you might say. Part of the same cloth in some regard, you might say. Just saying, okay? Because literally, if you even take like how like you can see some families, whether you know them well or not, and you go, okay, that one's like the mom. That's the dad right there, right? Whether guy, girl, what have you. I'm not even saying like, oh, the son is like the father. I'm just saying like there's like these strong personality traits. All I'm saying is it's like a 50-50 split for all of the kids. And the 50-50 split is literally at least the parents, Bob and Linda, at the same time. It's so funny. But then when you look at Bob and Linda, you see how like even without the kids, they're still like counterparts because it's like the yin yang. Because Bob always wants to be like Linda's all like out there and like weird and shit, right? But at the same time, he also will like remark that like she can be the beautiful brains behind the operation at times just the same. And same freaking deal with Bob. Bob has some like pretty cool power moves every now and again, and then there's also like levels of psychosis in between. The Thanksgiving episodes come to mind with like the turkey sabotage. Right? It's just so funny. I'm just like, does not everyone else see this though? Like they're literally like each other. I don't know. I'm just a Jason Bourne situation. Exactly. Fish odor knows their soul family. I'm convinced of it, Fiona. So grateful for that tarot deck nonetheless. We're all enjoying it already. See how that works, Fiona? No, but really, you guys, like I know I reached out to the person and I didn't hear any word back and I thought that doesn't feel so good. I'd rather I even tried to find somebody that just would like let it go kind of thing. They already had a print. I've been checking eBay religiously, like, I don't know. So maybe I should just let it come in. How about that? Just, thank you, right? I don't really need to hunt and gather it up so much. So we're all learning, right? one day we will have the fruit to produce said tarot deck. Just saying, because it's already for the channel. I can feel it. But thanks for asking, Fiona. Oh man. All right, you guys. This really was a wonderful session, if I do say so myself, and it really wasn't really about just the message. It was about you guys coming on and sharing and caring and loving and lighting and exchanging energy. And I really want to thank you wholeheartedly. All right, if I do say so myself, but I feel like you guys were already kind of thanking and loving and lighting on each other for coming on too. All right. Um, yes, divine timing can be bittersweet, folks. Not gonna lie here, not sugarcoating. Divine timing, even, right? But at the same time, it all works out. It all works, and it's happening for us, not to us, right? For us, not against us. Okay. So don't you give up. And I'm really excited to see you guys on the next live stream. In the meantime, you guys, please start posting in the community aspect of the channel. I do want to see and know about your days and nights, or whatever you think is funny, or whatever you think that, maybe the collective on a whole should know about, all right, or see. No pressure. I feel like maybe I should talk about it more so that more people are aware that it's a thing, and not just for me to post, because that's so repetitive on my end. If I do right, the crickets are bored with what your girl's been posting, I think, if I do say so myself. And same deal, you guys, with the other platforms we are on. Okay. Not sure about the TikTok, you guys, so don't worry so much about that. I still got to figure out how to get back into that account. I switched phones, and so I might have to start over there. But really, okay. And I mean, I feel like I've gotten through worse just over here in YouTube land, if I do say so myself. I'm still waiting word to hear back from the what do you call it, the appeal, or whatever, regarding the monetization. So thank you for those that will keep the watch hours up, because I don't really know what they're going to say or do or when. All right. And at the same time, I don't know. I think it really doesn't matter much. You know what I mean? Like, I've been learning on a personal note in my own journey to not place so much weight on much of anything, because much of anything can change. Much of anything can seem like it's not a blessing when it is the whole time, right? So there's that, you know what I mean? And again, I say, please don't give up, you guys. All right, we all got our something we're facing, learning, growing, cultivating, building, climbing out of, right? And as we should, because we're here to do just that, but so much more, not simply and solely just that. And that's what I want to drive home, you guys, if nothing else. Okay. Yeah, let's not go down any rabbit holes about TikTok or anything else at this point, folks. I am really losing steam at the moment. Um oh, are we good with Regaloka? Wait, in the very beginning. Okay. All right, we're good then. All right. Thank you so much, Fiona. Thank you for everyone. Thank you too as well, Country. I did see you helping out there as well. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I literally say it all the time, but I haven't said it in a while. So let me get this one out. I have the best collective, hands down. All right. Nobody's telling me any different. Okay. You guys are amazing, and you deserve to shine. Okay. And you can't help it anyways. I noticed that about you, and I love that about you nonetheless. All right. Stay warm, stay sensible. All right. And stay integrating that inner child. Life can't be so damn serious all the time, you guys. You gotta bob and weave and go with the ebb and the flow, right? Make it fun. Make it beautiful. All right. Don't give up. Much love and light.